Hey everybody, it's Mama's Comedy Show!
All right.
Hey, cousin audience, it's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show, and with me is Cousin Andrew.
Hello.
And then there's Cousin Jason.
Hello.
And then there's the birthday boy himself, Cousin
me.
Ali.
I'm 30 today.
Hey, is it, because I feel like if I did that as a white,
Yes.
he would be considered racist, but I noticed the audience thought it was funny that an Asian man was doing the Mexican thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not racist, it's more lacist if he does it. Yeah. You know what's crazy? For those of you who can't see, that noise happened without him moving his lips, and then the audio happened. It's weird.
You just did a Mexican hat dance on my heart, Ali.
We did,
right, I did.
we did a versus show against RAI
Yes, you did.
in Daytona.
Yes.
And
Daytona.
and
That's so funny.
I don't remember how it came up, but at some point, someone in the scene accused you of not being allowed to drive or something, and I went, because he's Asian?
Yes.
And in the heat of the moment, it was great. It worked wonderfully.
I think it's great.
So hold on, before we continue,
Yes.
I have something very serious to say.
Anal polyps.
No.
Okay.
That's hilarious, but no, I said serious.
Oh.
All right, so today I was doing a load of laundry,
Okay.
all right?
He said load.
And when I took it out of the wash and I put it into the dryer.
Yeah, as you do.
And I dried the clothes.
Smart, yes.
And then I pulled them out of the dryer
Okay.
into the basket.
All right.
All right? And then I carried the basket into my bedroom.
All right.
And I
First
put them
mistake.
down. Now this is, listen. There were probably a dozen pairs of socks.
Oh.
All right?
Okay.
So 12 pairs of socks. Every single sock was right next to its pair.
No. No way.
Is the serious part of this is that your assistant didn't do this for you?
No, listen.
You didn't turn around?
My assistant didn't do it because every once in a while you have to do it so that when you get into that fight later and they're like, you never do anything, I go, fucking, here's a picture of me doing it. And if you can try to do it when they're asleep and get a picture of you folding like underwear or shit while they're asleep in the background. But hold on, listen. 12 pairs of socks, right?
Yeah.
12 of them.
Yeah.
12 of the 12, the socks were side by side in the hamper that had gone washed, taken out, dried, taken out. 12. Now you tell me there's no God.
They're all white socks, Todd.
No,
They're all like. How did you know? How did you know?
no, they were. But I was like, while I was doing the laundry, I was like, oh, what is my assistant complaining about? This is super easy.
Is this a Jesus disciple bit?
No, but wouldn't that be amazing? Like,
If they were preaching
That's
the word
your
of God?
superpower. That's your superpower.
my favorite one of those memes about religion is the photograph of an airplane up in the sky, but the photo was taken above the airplane, and it says, "If there's no God, explain this. Who took this photo?"
Oh my God.
So anyway,
because God's up there with a snapshot.
Yeah.
yeah, just a 24-hour turnaround for develop, and God
Upload it to the cloud.
The cloud.
See what you did there. So, hey, Ali, it's your birthday
Yeah.
show.
It is.
And for your birthday, we figured you could play mousetraps.
Yeah.
No, it's Andrew and I are going to play mousetraps.
Oh.
And I think we can set a few more, but I think we have close to 100 back there.
Wow.
I want to say there was 92 when I
Dumb.
stopped setting them.
Dumb.
And for those of you who have never seen us do this before, we put 100 mousetraps on the ground right here. We put blindfolds on, Andrew and I, or Jason will do it too. And then we do a scene barefoot and blindfolded on
Yes.
top of those
If you're
mousetraps.
into bloody Asian feet, Google search no longer. For tonight, you will see it.
Bloody Asian feet.
.com.
Oh, it's in Todd's. Unfortunately, it's in Todd's history. So
No, listen, I know how to do my incognito mode, my private window.
Hell yeah.
Actually, hold on. By a show of hands in the audience, how many people use Windows PCs? All right, 1, 2, Windows. How many people use Macintosh? Okay, the rest of you? Good. Did you see the thing that Windows incognito mode was not incognito, that it was keeping track of all of your
really?
filthy
Isn't that
porn
just Google?
histories? Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It was just Google.
No, but it didn't affect Apple. It was the...
It was only on Windows?
Yes.
Oh.
So all of your
I'm safe.
perverse...
you've got
I
porn.
got to go home.
Quick, everyone, go to Ali's place. Quick, run.
you got to have that one friend. Before private mode or incognito mode was a thing, I always wondered, like, God, to die in a car accident and not have that friend to delete your browser history.
You know what I thought you were about to say? Before Project 2025, I thought you were going to say that.
Who are these dick family members that are going to go, oh, I can't believe Todd died. Let's check his browser history.
Yeah,
Like,
let's look.
who's actually,
Listen.
I think the first thing you're going to do is like wipe the computer to sell it. You know,
No.
nobody's going to be.
You know it's
No,
coming.
you get nosy. Like when my dad died last year, and going through his stuff, there was...
I don't.
Did you go through your dad's...
You were like, Dad, what were you?
You have to go through everything.
You
Has
went through
anyone
his
gone through
browser
that
history?
before? Has anyone had a family member die and you have to
Yes.
go through you have to go through everything because you don't know what's important and what's not.
What was he
Yeah,
jerking off
but
to?
that's more like personal belongings, not a browser history.
No, but I mean just files in general, like because you don't know what's on the computer.
You start crying too as you jerk off whatever is last thing you watched of his.
In memory of...
Okay, so this is going out. If I'm going home tonight and I got hit by a bus, you can search my browser history, that's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you find a coded file that says taxes, don't look in there.
Well, oh shit.
we
Well,
should-
I guess
It's
your
my
assistant...
it's my tax information.
since
He's
Ali
terrible with money.
Since he'll probably age-wise die first, we
Right.
should look at his browser history.
Did you say AIDS-wise?
Age-wise?
Okay.
Age-wise.
Wow.
But we should all look back at one of his browser history and do a 21 cum salute.
Oh. Wait, I don't think I...
Everyone at the funeral has to have an umbrella.
You know what sucks?
Were you standing under a tree?
It sucks that Ed isn't here because now I am the oldest one in the cast.
Yeah.
Oh, you are.
You old as fuck, son.
Yeah, and I'll also say this to everyone out there in the audience.
Only
who's-
by 2 months.
In the physical audience, not those of you who are listening at home. Look at the 3 lazy motherfuckers up here sitting down.
Lazy or smart? Like, why stand? That's
Lazy.
just dumb.
My cankles are tired.
Yeah.
It's way easier.
I just sat on the stool that was in the way of the microphone.
This is just a bike seat without a... No, I'm just not...
Yeah. I also had another thought today.
Yes.
I was thinking about that. Well, I went and I did an in-body body scan.
Oh.
You know, like for your health. You know, they measure your fat and your muscle.
Oh,
and,
right.
Ooh, what do you
and
weigh?
everything like that. I'm actually down 10 pounds.
Nice.
That's a movie.
Nice.
Yep. And
Change your shoes.
I had my blood work done recently.
Yeah.
My cholesterol is amazing.
Dang. All right.
My diet has been super solid.
Okay.
And then I look at you three sitting down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to sit. When we first started doing this, like in front of people, before we would sit around a table and it was just 4 assholes in a room.
Yeah.
And then when I was like, oh, let's do this, we'll have people here. I sat down on my couch or on the side of my bed. I sat down to put on my socks and there's a mirror in front of it. And I saw myself sitting down and I went, I don't want to sit down in front of people ever again.
But if you just have posture, you don't want to sit on a stool like you're taking a shit.
None of you look like you're sitting up.
Like,
That's how you take a shit, like this?
yeah.
Todd, do you have
You
a
got your phone here.
Ali, Todd, Jason, do you have a squatty potty?
Yes.
No.
I do have a squatty potty. Although I don't use it.
I don't use it either.
I use
It
my
gets in the
bidet.
way.
I use my bidet every single time.
Your
I
assistant.
also use his bidet.
Your assistant.
So
Hey, Renee.
I got in trouble for using the squatty potty for the first time as a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
He didn't have it by the toilet, and I just thought you did it on that. So apparently,
You shit on a
you
plastic
got to put it
stool.
in the toilet still.
Wow.
You put it in the toilet?
No, you're supposed to stand on it and pee
Right.
from there.
It works your glutes.
I got the squatty potty because I thought it would be. They say it's healthier, and then I just found it annoying to do constantly.
To just
it's a-
sit like.
No, it's,
higher
it's,
up, or-
I felt like, I mean, I don't have the experience that some of the women, or all of the women in this audience probably have of putting your legs in stirrups for a doctor's appointment.
Round of applause if you've done that before. There's some unhealthy women in the audience.
And a couple of guys.
Wow.
But I will say the bidet is
Yeah.
great for everything.
It is fantastic.
Even there are mornings where I have to get up super early because I have to be in at work like super, super early, and my poop is not ready yet. But you just crank that bidet up to high, and it is like poking at the dam. Everything comes out.
Oh,
Wow.
sheesh.
Wow.
Better than coffee.
Man. Just.
See, I use it when I sit down every now and then, and I'm not circumcised, so I can get the female version, and it cleans out that part too.
Gross.
It's
You can
nice.
just use a Q-tip, I think.
What the f?
It's nice.
Never have a
little
charcuterie
messier.
board at Ali's house. Is this Gouda?
Yeah.
It is now.
No. More Ali, please.
I want to know.
I like it on my Ritz crackers.
So, Andrew,
Yes.
we noticed that you were a little late today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where were you?
I-4. I-4.
You were on I-4?
I was just driving along.
Oh,
like,
was there
boy.
traffic?
There was a. You know what? I could lie to you right now and say it was terrible traffic at one point.
But there wasn't.
You were
or
just
I
late.
could be telling the truth right now. I'm
You were
leaving
just
it up
late.
To you and God.
You know what would be fun? We haven't done this in a while, and so we should do this
Finger
for
bang.
Ali's birthday show.
other?
What's your first name? Danny?
Danny.
Cousin Danny, everybody. Cousin Danny.
Hey, Danny.
Oh, cool shirt, Danny.
Danny. Danny, what's your last initial? F?
F.
All right, so now we have to
Uh-oh.
come up with a segment for the podcast.
Okay.
Oh, it's segment
all right.
time. I mean,
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Using DF. So go ahead.
It's a fun kind of game where you mix stuff up. It's DF.
All right, so what's your DF segment you're pitching?
Oh, it's don't fuck.
Don't
Okay.
fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
we're not doing that one.
Jason?
Dark Forces.
Dark Forces. Ali?
Dinosaur fun.
Dinosaur fun. And I will say, I'll add a little bit to mine. I'll say down to fuck.
See, I was thinking of that too, but I didn't want to cheat and throw the T.
What is your middle initial?
Please say Theodore.
It's T.
Is it really? It's DTF?
Oh my
Holy shit.
Wow.
Can I tell you? So back before everyone was locking their iPhones, Ali and I worked in a show together with a bunch of dancers
Yes.
and a bunch of women who would just leave their phones down. So I was always making Facebook posts on their behalf.
Yes.
And like one of my ex-girlfriend, this was before we started dating, I made a post saying, I need help. I think I need someone to go with me to get a pregnancy test. Post. And then it was like an hour later, that post blew up. But what you just reminded me of was one of the girls who was a female comic in our show. This is probably the worst thing. Like worse
my
than
God.
making everyone think you might be pregnant.
Oh, my God.
Is all I did was open up her phone and went DTF post. And for those of you who don't know, that means down to fuck. So apparently your parents were horn dogs. Oh, those are your parents?
It wasn't a thing then. It was at least once.
When she got back from the show, she looked at her phone and went, I have 75 Facebook notifications.
Nice.
And she opened it up and she's like, what is this? What does this mean? And why I felt really bad is a lot of guys who were playing the friend zone route
Ooh.
were outed in that moment.
It came out of the
Like
woodwork.
going, okay, so now that we have our DF or DTF, you get to vote. Oh, well, first of all, explain what your segment is.
Oh, my segment is called Don't Fuck. That's it's a segment of we name objects and things
Objects of things?
What?
and people, and we say we wouldn't fuck that.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there things that you would fuck?
We would find out if we
Okay.
picked my
Okay.
thing.
Gross. Jason, what was your game?
Dark Forces.
And how does Dark Forces?
This is where we talk about times when a situation was presented in front of us and like the devil on your shoulder almost won. The dark forces in your brain said, do this dark thing, and you did it.
Ali.
fuck.
Ali, your segment.
Dinosaur fun. This is stuff that like happened to us a long time ago, back in the day of the dinosaurs. You know.
When you were alive.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. You know what I mean? Just like back when we actually liked dinosaurs and really into it when we were kids. Just stories of back in the day.
Okay.
Hey, what's yours?
And mine, down to fuck, because I was complete and used her middle initial. You know those times where you are super horned up and you're not making the best decisions?
Today,
Every time.
right now.
I'm doing
I swear
it
to
now.
God, if there was a masturbation room inside every like political figure's office, we would never go to war. If they're like, "Oh, I'm so mad right now."
true.
All right, so now what's going to happen is, by a round of applause, you guys get to vote on which segment that we do.
Yes.
So they'll say the name.
So did you say what exactly yours was?
Oh yeah, it's when those times where you were super horned up and made bad decisions.
Oh, okay.
So now we'll start with Andrew, and remember, just clap and cheer for the one that you want to happen, because the segment's only going to last about 10 minutes, and then that's it. So
Just like me.
Just like down to fucking.
do you last 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Good
Wow.
for you. Brag about
I'm
it.
There we
married.
go.
All right, so Andrew, you start.
Don't fuck. Thank you. Thank
One
you.
person who doesn't want to
Yeah.
hear about you fucking at coffee table,
All right.
or that time you fucked a pineapple. That's
right.
Jason.
I wanted to hear.
Dark Forces.
Excellent.
This is great.
0 claps.
Ali.
Dinosaur fun. That's called birthday pity.
Yep. And down to fuck.
I think it's down to fuck.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
both
so
of them. Down to fuck
Andrew,
dinosaurs.
give us an opening song for Down to Fuck.
Oh. Bum, 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 bum. When you're down to fuck. And you really want to fuck, but you should not have fucked. Down to fuck.
Thank you, Andrew. All right, this is our segment called Down to Fuck. And in Down to Fuck, we are each going to tell a story of a time that we were too horny for our own good. And
Oh, God.
we either made a bad decision
God.
or, I figured I'd get you. So, Andrew,
Fuck you. Why me first?
because you're right next to me.
Oh my god.
Andrew, let's hear this story of you making a bad decision.
Well, me, you know, a gentleman doesn't make bad decisions.
Yeah.
But you're not a gentleman, so keep going.
No. Okay, there was one time I was having sex.
Are you having a stroke right now? Or what's going on?
I'm just thinking about the last time I had sex.
Oh.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. God, this is a go to Jason. You come back to me.
All right, Jason.
All right, so there's this time I was this person that I worked with, and she and I were very flirty, and I found out anyway. Fast forward, her boyfriend that she lived with was a drug dealer and would hurt people.
Nice.
And she calls me one day. She's like, "Hey, my boyfriend's gone. You should drive over here." And I did. And he was there.
Oh.
But I didn't actually. I saw his car, and I saw him. He got. Yeah. I mean, that's really the whole thing. I could have died.
Yeah.
I changed my phone number and everything. Yeah.
But your penis said, let's do this.
it was like, let's go.
Yeah, the penis is the worst wingman that you could have.
Oh,
She
the
set me up too.
penis plus tequila. Not good.
Yeah. All right, Ali, what's your story?
Okay, so when I was in a band, I was a drummer in a band, and one of our big gigs, one of our first gigs, I announced I'm fucking the first groupie. That's happening. I'm the drummer. This shit's going down. So we end up getting hammered, like hammered, just annihilated. We're at the lead singer's house having a party. There's a whole bunch of people, and there was a girl there from the show. Now, to say that this person was not attractive, I want to say that she was a good person at heart,
Oh,
but holy God. And it was just 0 hour. I'm schmammered.
Schmammered.
She did the thing, which is always my favorite, is consent.
Yeah.
So that's my go-to. Is
That's
like
a
if
plus.
she just says,
Good for you, buddy.
let's fuck. I was like, at that point, I'm like, I don't even care. I
What
don't
a
even
nice
care.
person.
It's like 2 tits a hole in a heartbeat, and the heartbeat's not really necessary if it's still warm. You know what I
Right.
mean? So we end up, and oh my God.
How do you get
just in the middle of the party, we're damn near naked. And then I take her to one of the rooms, and there were things illegal that we did. Like every hole I put it in, like any hole that she had, anything she wanted to do, I did.
now we know your penis fits in a nostril.
That's true.
If I concentrate, yes. And it was, and then the worst part was, I had to take her home the next morning.
Oh.
And she lived
This was
in,
before Uber?
Yes, this is way before Uber. She lived in Kissimmee, close to St. Cloud. And I had to drive her, and I drove her there. We finally found her place. She's like, I just moved here. I don't know where I don't really know where it is. Finally got there, and I said, all right, well, thanks. Have a good night, or have a good day. And she waited. And I'm like, this hooker's waiting for a goodbye kiss. The alcohol is worn off. Like the beer goggles are, I was like, okay, bye. And I was like, yeah. And then my
And then
buddy,
she said, I love you. And then you
and
said,
then 4 years later, we had our daughter.
Yeah.
And, no, that's not my ex-wife. No, but my bass player, I'm not going to mention Ray Robles' name. He decided, we used to go swing dancing at the time, just back when swing was big. And he brought her to one of our swing nights. We're out there, and he goes, hey, look who's here. And I went, you son of a bitch. Yeah, that was fun.
all right, so Andrew,
Yeah,
I think I know what yours is.
Oh, or do you?
Yes,
I was about
because
to say mine.
I know you've told me this story before. We were chatting this girl up online.
Okay.
And then you went to her house, and she said, hold on, I'm going to go get some lemonade. And then Chris Hansen walked out. and
No, okay.
We're just going to watch a movie.
So
That's all I wanted to do.
there was one time I hooked up with an older Russian woman, and
how much older?
Andrew.
like mail order?
Like
I'm
I think
so glad
like
you
5
came to
years older
see
than me. It was a
Right.
while ago.
Yeah.
And
I would like to play with Babushka.
no, okay. So I wasn't happy with what was going on, and like I was like,
Really? You weren't happy? You were so flaccid and floppy?
well, let's just say I got it done, right? And I was like, whew, okay, well, maybe it's time for bed. It was like 8 o'clock, and she's like, you're done already? And I'm like, oh, how do I get out of this? Anyway, so the next day, I was so relieved that I didn't have to see this woman anymore.
Yeah.
I give her a hug, and I go, goodbye, my babushka. She goes, what do you mean by that? And I was like, what? I think that's a term of endearment. She said, that means grandma. And she's like, you mean babuchka. And I'm like, oh shit. Gotta go.
Can I have some Werther's Originals, though, before I leave?
That was bad.
I think it's important to point out that all of you guys just confessed to using a woman for sex and then walking away. You're terrible people.
Actually, we were the ones that got used.
That's true. I didn't feel good about it.
Yeah, victim mentality.
I didn't even have sex in the situation. I just
true.
didn't die.
It's a good point. It's a good point. Todd?
I was dating this girl who was into, I've said this before, I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum. Whatever you're into, I'll try it unless it involves poo-poo or pee-pee or cutting something.
There goes that.
No Houdinis, no Boston
Dirty
Mirages,
Sanchez.
or
No
Dirty
Mickey
San-
Slips.
Yeah, no Alabama Hot Pockets.
No Gandalf staff.
But I was dating this girl who was into public sex.
Oh,
Like the thrill of being caught, sort of thing.
Yep.
So I was in a relationship with this person. All right, I wasn't using anyone, and you guys are monsters.
Wow.
Okay, all right.
It's not what I expected any of you to say.
Get out of
Oh, okay.
here. Piece of shit.
we were at my dad's house, and my brother was there, and we were all watching TV.
Oh.
And if you imagine this, like imagine Andrew and we're side by side. We are directly in front of the TV. Yep. That you're her. Okay? Help me reenact this. Take your pants
What,
off.
are you guys gonna have sex?
No. So we're directly next to each other on a little love seat, watching
Ironic.
the TV directly in front of us. To the left and in front of us was an actual couch that was running lengthwise.
Ah.
And my brother was there, and he was laying down on the couch with his head closest to us, watching the TV, if I'm painting that picture for you guys.
Okay.
And she starts,
No.
rubbing me.
Oh, no.
And I was like, my brother is right there. And she's like, yeah.
Oh, no.
And it wasn't like the type of thing.
Run!
There wasn't even like a blanket that I could say, oh yeah, she fell asleep if he wakes up. It's just like everything is right on display. And I don't know if you've ever received a blowjob while staring at a family member.
Was he staring
Panicked.
back?
No, he was asleep.
No,
but any sort of if he just did one of those I'm like,
Wait, you didn't use her. You used your brother.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah.
So when I was in college, very similar situation. Not my brother. So we were going to Florida Theater Conference. No, ACTF. So we were traveling to Clemson, and so we're all in this van, and the girl I was dating, we're in the back seat with a blanket, and she got amorous and wanted to do some stuff. So I was like, all right. So we played a little. I played a little piano, a little single-handed piano solo. You know what I mean? So
Cleaning the keys.
and it wasn't until she was very calm, just kind of sitting there. I was like, oh, she's doing really well. And then I started to notice people
she's doing really well. You're critiquing her.
I was like, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna
Excellent
know.
job.
This is great. They can't find out. And I start seeing somebody do this.
Oh.
You could smell the sex in the van. And we're like,
Yeah.
we should stop.
Yeah, you should wash your balls if people can smell them.
Mine weren't out. Hers were though.
She had balls?
My friend told my friend told me
progressive of you, buddy.
she's a happily married person, and she said she went into her kid's room. The lights were off, and they were just fooling around. And all of a sudden, she hears her son go, "What are you guys doing?" She's like, "Oh no!
Oh my God.
That's terrible."
You ever been busted masturbating?
No.
No.
No? That happened when I was married one time. I was on the computer and it was like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning.
Your
And I'm
wife
like,
caught you?
Yeah.
Prime time.
I'm there, and all of a sudden, I just feel this presence next to me. And she's like, what are you doing? And so immediately I went, I got two choices.
Yeah.
I could go, I'm so sorry. Or I could stare her in the eye and keep going.
Yes.
And let's see what happens. Maybe she'll jump in. It's my wife. Maybe
Yeah.
she's like, hey, let's do this. And I just kept going. She's like, ew. And we're going.
Yeah, that's how I got thrown out of the kids' gap. I'm just kidding. All right, Andrew, play us out of the segment.
Oh, bum. You just heard what happened when you DTF. That's great for you. That's great for Jeff. Who's Jeff? DTF.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Thank
Wow.
you, Danny.
Very
Right?
nice,
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank
Wow.
you, Danny. Thank
So
you, Danny.
I should, since normally we have a female in the show, we would have been able to get a female presence. And I did call Melanie last week to put her on the podcast.
I know, I heard.
It's very funny.
That poor woman.
Any women out there, do you have a similar story, or guys just monsters?
They're not going to admit it, dude. They're not like us. Like, we wear it like a badge of honor.
I like to think that they're actually judging everyone right now.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
And like,
You're right to do so.
You're not going to get laid ever again, Andrew.
There's always Jason.
Right.
That's true.
I'm here for you, buddy.
All right. Well, now is the point in the show. Oh, you know what? We haven't done this in a while, but this is an old would you rather question, and I think it applies.
Oh, would you? Okay, let's do it.
I think it applies to the segment that we just did.
Okay.
So we'll start with you, Andrew.
Of course.
Well, you pushed out of answering first last time.
Yeah.
Andrew, would you rather? Now, first of all, imagine the most beautiful woman you have ever laid eyes on.
Yes.
The most physically attractive to you.
Yeah.
Andrew's mom.
Okay? Now,
I'm
I
right
want you
here.
to also imagine the most physically repellent one that you
Same
can
person.
think of.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
do it,
okay?
Do it. I'm there.
So, like, grossest person and the most desirable person you can imagine.
yeah. Yeah.
All right? So, here's your would you rather. Would you rather have sex with that most beautiful girl, or that most beautiful person that you have ever seen, most desirable?
Okay.
However, they have recently died.
Oh.
Like how recent?
Yeah.
Like they're dead. It's not like they're in their dying.
Did I do this?
No, you didn't.
No, they
do this.
died, but the body's still warm.
Yeah,
you could pose them.
right. So, would you rather have sex with that person, gorgeous but dead, or have sex with the most physically repellent person, but she's alive?
But
And
you
I
have to.
I have to choose.
Yes,
have to
that's
do
why
it.
it's would you rather.
You're a
God.
God. Okay. Well, either way, I'm going to be emotionally scarred. One is very illegal.
No, take the law out of this.
Oh, wow, we're for it.
They could both be.
Yeah, you're on
In this universe,
you're on a cruise ship.
Will
You're in international waters.
oh, there's option door 1, door 2.
So carnival. Okay, good.
God.
So take the morality out of the
You
picture.
know, all right. I'll have to go with the living one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Even though I'd love that hot girl, but she's dead. That's not good.
Yeah. All right.
She's dead.
Jason, would you rather?
That's easy. I'm going for the dead one. Because the worst thing I could think of was Large Marge when she does her face thing, and it looked just
like this.
No, I can't. I wouldn't be able to even know. So I have to.
You could keep it hard for a dead person? All right. Someone make a note of that.
All right.
Ali?
Well, I've done the other, so I'm gonna
Wait.
I've done
Yeah,
the
which
other.
Which one is the other?
Yeah,
I
which is the
just
other?
told the story.
Oh.
She was
So-
dead in that story.
But here's the thing. If the hot girl, the girl that's the most beautiful creature I've ever seen,
Yeah.
and they're dead, I don't have to take them home to Kissimmee the next morning and give them a goodbye kiss. It's gone.
Do we know they're dead?
Yes.
do they have a handwritten letter
How
saying?
else are you supposed to get hard?
But Ali, to your previous story, is she okay with being sexed even though she's dead? Did she leave like a letter saying do
She
so?
wrote a letter of consent
Yes.
before.
Yeah.
Yes.
She died in position.
Okay. Did she have like a? No, I would need more than that. I would need like a video. I need a video, and I need to hear her talk.
That's what I'm doing. I'm writing notes offering consent, and I'm just leaving them by every dead body I see to see who's gonna fuck this corpse.
Yeah, it's like,
She
All of
says
a-
it's fine.
All of a sudden, you see Andrew walk by, going, "Nope." Just keep it.
I just bring out a wad of letters for my.
I wrote a play, and Ali and I did this play, and it was called Zombie Girlfriend, which actually, I'll talk to you about that off the air, Ali. There's something coming up with that.
Oh, really?
But in the show, this guy accidentally kills his girlfriend, and then he and his best friend accidentally resurrect her from the dead, and she's a zombie. But she can talk like normal. Like, she's not like, meh. She's a normal person, but she just occasionally has to be fed a human being. And there was an actual story of morticians, and I think it was like in Alabama or an Alabama type place, where they were using those old-fashioned Christmas lights
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
to warm up the bodies to have sex with them. Yeah, that was like a for real story. So
Yeah.
I put that into the show.
Merry Christmas.
Of someone, so ho ho ho, someone telling that story, and then
Right.
when he and his girlfriend have a fight later, and she's like, "You haven't made love to me since I died," and they have the moment where they leave the room to go have sex. And then he comes back down and grabs a box marked Christmas lights and leaves the room. So, okay, I will answer the would you rather question.
Yes.
Okay.
I would have sex with the living person. No, the living person. I had to think about it.
Checked yourself.
Am I the only one?
They had sex with the dead
Am I
person?
the only necrophiliac on this stage?
Apparently.
Wow.
I don't know if I could adequately perform it on a dead body. Like if
Large Marge with the.
if a terrorist came in this room and said, That's my go-to is a terrorist coming in going, hey, you fuck that person. And me going, I can't.
Hold on, I'm trying to guess what that accent is from that he just did.
Oh, I was very specific to not do an accent.
I know.
Because one time I did, I was like, all right, this terrorist walks in, he's like, okay, everybody. And I went, no, I can't do it.
Boo.
Yeah, no, I would do the living person. So now, final moment.
Yeah.
We should talk about what we learned tonight because we do have a full house tonight and people are going to start showing up here now. Andrew.
Yeah.
What did you learn tonight?
I learned that Jason is a sick fuck. He'll have sex with a dead corpse. That is nasty. That's terrible. That's what I learned.
Andrew, what did you learn tonight?
I learned that
I'm sorry,
Jason is a sick fuck.
Jason, what did you learn tonight?
I learned that no matter how old that I become, I will always be younger than A. Ali Flores.
Yeah.
You're 2 months away from 50, fucker.
That's right.
Ali, what did you learn tonight?
I learned that Todd cannot get hard unless he's staring at his brother's eyes.
His eyes were closed.
But you still looked at him.
Yeah. You would too. Believe me.
They were closed with cum, you sicko.
And I learned something tonight too. I learned that out of the four of us, you three are monsters who use women as objects.
Wow.
Shame, shame, shame.
Shame, shame.
All right, we're Mama's Comedy Show. We're here every Friday night at 9 p.m. Go to www.mamascomedyshow.com. Also, since we have a little crowd here tonight, we will say Friday the 26th. Is Friday the 26th?
Yep.
Friday the 26th is our 15-year anniversary show.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like tonight's show is sold out. Next week's show is over half full already, and the anniversary show will definitely sell out. So make a reservation for that show if you want to come. Andrew, where can people find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Omnigun, OMNIGUNN. Leave a follow, say hi to me. I stream video games. I play games like Dead by Daylight and random stuff like that. Also, I perform at Cinematique with my improv troupe, Random Acts of Insanity.
Yes. Jason, where can people find you?
People can find me at Acting Jason on the socials. You can also find me with Corner Gallery, a different improv troupe. You can find me here at Mama's Comedy Show, and I play video games by my damn self with other people watching me.
Fuck you.
Ali?
A. Ali Flores Comedy on all the socials, TikTok, the Instagram, all that stuff. And you could come see me host bingo on Monday nights at Beth's Burger Bar in Winter Garden, Tuesdays at Beth's Burger Bar in Lake Mary, Wednesdays at Hagen O'Reilly's in Winter Garden. Woo, woo, woo.
All right, you can buy my books on Amazon. Just search Todd Farron. There's a lot. Right now, still, Nightmare of Neverland is really selling a lot.
Nice.
So
Nightmare.
check out Nightmare of Neverland. It's a lot of fun.
Neverland.
And I think that's it. Yeah.
All right.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.